Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Chip, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Chip's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we use while we're working him through his commands, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. And the correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Chip has been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we will be sure to show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you can see, Chip is seating very nicely at Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Chip take off doing that now, and the command that you're going to give is Chip, heel, and you're going to start walking, and then Chip should fall in line nicely, heeling appropriately at your pace on your left hand side, being sure not to lag behind on that leash, nor should he lunge ahead and pull on that leash. If he was to lunge ahead, you would tell him no, give him a firm tug and let go on that training collar, and repeat the command Chip, heel. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise is an automatic sit. So anytime that you're out walking with Chip and you stop, he should sit nicely again at your left heel position. There's an example right there. Again, so every time that you stop, he should sit nicely at your left heel position. Good job. The next command they're going to demonstrate is the stay command, and the stay command is a hand and a voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of his muzzle and the one-word command to stay, and you then walk out to the end of the training leash. Now, Chip should remain seated in this position throughout the entire command, and he should not break. You want to make sure that you're practicing the long sit stay at home frequently throughout your day to help build up Chip's ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. When you are practicing, now he went into a down and Fred did not give the down command. So what you're going to do is tell him no, heel him out of the down position, have him in another sit stay.
Stay.
Just repeat the command so that he follows through from beginning to end. Again, he should not break command. So what I was saying is that when you're practicing this at home frequently throughout your day, start at 1 minute and slowly increase your time intervals, working up to 3 minutes. When you return back, be sure to walk all the way around and behind, counterclockwise there, returning back to heel position. Much better job remaining seated throughout that entire command. They're going to run through their heel sit and stay for you again. You did see that when Fred returned back, he did give Chip a pet on the head. It is very important that when you are working him through his obedience commands, that you use lots of positive reinforcement to keep him motivated, whether it's physically petting him through praise or verbally praising him and telling him he's a good boy. So Fred leaves him in another sit stay and walks out to the end of the leash. He's going to give Chip some time to hold his sit stay, and then they will demonstrate the recall or the come on command. For this command, use Chip's name to call him in. He should come in and sit right in front of you. Very nicely done. Heel him around the back of you, returning him to your left-hand side, where he should again automatically sit nicely, waiting for his next command. And they're going to demonstrate that again, so leave him in a sit stay. Walk out to the end of your training leash. Give him a moment to hold that sit stay.
Chip.
Use the command, Chip, come. You can gather that leash so that as he comes into you, so that he sits directly in front of you. Around the back of you, returning him to your left-hand side. Sits nicely, very nicely done. Now when Chip comes home, you want to make sure that you're practicing your commands every day, both indoors as well as outdoors, so that you are generalizing in both environments. You also want to pick an area at first where there's no distractions, so that you can get a better feel of working Chip through his commands. And once he's completing them for you without distractions, over time, slowly start to incorporate the amount of distractions into your training sessions, both indoors and outdoors. Now the next commands they're going to demonstrate are down commands, and the first is down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word command to down. Then give that stay command and walk out to the end of your leash again. Same as the sit stay with the down stay, he must remain laying down in this position and not break. Practice this command frequently throughout your day as well, so that he can build up his ability to downstay for longer periods of time. This command starts at 3 minutes and you increase your intervals up to 5 minutes. Fred returns back, again walking all the way around as an added distraction. Great job. Gonna give Chip a little praise there, and they will run through that again. Automatic sit. Good boy.
Down. Stay.
Use him in another down stay. He's walking out to the end of the leash. Fred will give Chip a moment to hold the down stay, and then they will demonstrate the recall or the come on command from the down position this time.
Chip, come.
Fred calls him in. He gets up, comes right on in. Sits nicely. Good boy. Around the back. Now we do recommend that when Chip comes home for the first 2 to 4 weeks, we recommend that you leave the leash and collar on while he's in the home. You can cut that leash so it's not wrapping around your furniture. But you also want to be practicing your commands throughout the day. You also want to set aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day for the first 2 to 4 weeks to practice your commands in a formal obedience session such as this video here. Practice makes perfect for the both of you, and it will help in the transition for him back to home. So this last command they're going to demonstrate is the down from a distance. For this command, leave Chip in a sit stay. Walk out to the end of the leash. Again, give him a moment to hold that sit stay, and then use your right hand to give the down command from the end of the leash.
Down. No. Down. No.
Now, he didn't follow through, so Fred gave him a correction. And he will demonstrate that again. We want to show you how it's done from beginning to end. He did have a little itch, a little bit of a distraction, so we will repeat that one.
Stay.
So sit, stay, out to the end of the leash. Use your right hand
Down.
to give the down command. Much better. It is important to make sure that if he doesn't complete the command from beginning to end appropriately the first time, repeat the command and give him that opportunity to complete it successfully the first time.
Stay.
Now what Fred is demonstrating for you is a little bit of advanced training that we've started near the end of Chip's stay here, where he's increasing the distance for his sit stay and for the down stay. Fred left him in a sit stay and just dropped the leash, and he slowly increased his distance. This is something that you can practice at home in the future after Chip is completing all of his commands for you on his leash and collar before you advance your training to dropping the leash. He's doing a fabulous job remaining. Good boy. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Chip has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Chip, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.